would be.
Yes. Thank you, Vixie. Hello and welcome to the STB Racing League Season 16 German Grand Prix live from what me and Vixie like to call one of our favourite tracks on the Formula One calendar. You join us for another round of action here in STB, a larger lobby than last week in Britain, and a track that offers incredible slipstreaming and some incredible battles, especially in real life. You may already know I'm joined, STB Nardi, by Rigsy X again in the commentary box. And we're here in Germany. It's a very similar circuit in some ways to Silverstone. A lot of straights, a lot of slipstream, a lot of iconic corners. Rigsy, tell us why you love the Hockenheimring, and welcome back to STB action here in season 16.
Firstly, I just want to thank Maldi for the warm introduction once again. It's great to be back. And you'll have picked up in his introduction, Neil, that Germany is a form of common ground for us. We normally bicker and bash on each other about what tracks we like and don't like, but we find a neutral consensus when it comes to Hockenheim. We both absolutely love this circuit. I love it mainly because it's really quick. It's a quick and short lap as well. But honestly, it is just buried in history. Like, there's a lot of iconic Formula One moments that's happened here over the years. There's a lot of, I remember when Formula One used to just take turn one and drive all the way deep into the forestry, but instead now you just take the wee right, not even a quarter of the way down, and you do the alternative route, shall we say. But not honestly, Molly, I absolutely love this track because it's short, it's quick, and it's always got some form of action at some point. And Germany is always it's no stranger to rain either. Like, there has been a few wet German races over the years as well, so maybe we could see a bit of rain diversify the grid that bit more, like the safety car did last time out in Silverstone.
Yes, that the rain. The safety car. The safety car period definitely shaped things up in Britain, and of course we got a new winner in the league in Livery. So all I can say about that race was it was absolutely mad. We thought that Dominic, will echo those from the top three that was going to battle for that victory, but the race was turned on its head, and we had an incredible end to what was, for me personally, the best race of the season.
Oh, definitely. I've got to feel that Silverstone was right up there as one of the best races that I've definitely commentated on in the STB, purely because Silverstone, as we were saying last week, is just this track that has the swooping long turns that you can carry your momentum through. You're on the throttle for about 75 to 80% of the lap as well, so you're always putting extra pressure onto your engine.
Jamham's had coming together with LRS Mercury's off the circuit. That are coming together here in qualifying, so I'll put you off there with the Jamham putting in P15 in classification, and he's had to take a little trip over the grass. Sorry, Rigsy, continue what you was talking about.
No, I was just mainly kind of elaborating on the fact that Silverstone was just providing a lot of great entertainment for his last time. Oh, there's a crash! Oh, Maldi, sorry there. DXT Miles is retired from his first qualifying session there. I was on board with Maritz, and the broadcasting camera just caught the McLaren getting too much throttle. It's the final turn, it's the second third curve. He lit up the rears on the exit curve, and now Maritz done the same, and he's crashed out and retired. As he retired, as he got his front wheel still there, but he's definitely sustained a significant amount of damage on that Ferrari. Maritz.
Sorry, the thing about the circuit I've definitely noticed in the first few stages of the session is the pack is very bunched up in qualifying. It's very hard to find space, don't you agree?
It definitely shares that kind of characteristic with similar tracks today. We're seeing mid-12s as lap times. They are surely going to be digging into the 111s, and as the track evolves and becomes less green and the track rubbers in, so it is a really quick lap, but at the same time its main hindrance is exactly what you're saying, Maldi, is trying to find the space on such a short track. Luckily enough, we've got some drivers able to find some space, or at least use the other driver as slipstream, so they can try and carry extra speed into like turn 2 or into the hairpin at turn 5. I feel like that will be your main action points for this race. But I mean, you're definitely right in saying like the field is definitely a bit more split and sporadic just now, but there is definitely going to be that issue of the drivers being too close together, and it can end up tripping them over in terms of their out laps, their flying laps, and even their in laps, like as we saw there just a few moments ago with Mercury and Jamham in the third sector.
Definitely talking to Mercury then, he's putting on a lap on a pretty... well, I thought he was on a decent one. His first sector was decent, but he's had to back out of his lap there. He's made a mistake in the second sector. So just scrolling through weekly on mine. Danny's 5 tenths up on his lap, so he's on a decent lap at the moment. He goes into pit lane for some reason. Okay.
I jumped on as soon as you said he was on a lap, and I've got the track circuit was in red, so I was assuming his lap was invalidated. I'm just going to look through and see if there's anybody that's on a lap at the moment. But I mean, I feel like that's another thing we've got to highlight as well, Maldi. Churka well up to P2, and he's got his lap invalidated as well. And Dominic there as well. 8 thousandths a second.
Very hard, isn't it, Rigsy, to not invalidate your lap here in Birmingham?
It's definitely. I feel like as a driver, I feel like the main issue in terms of tracking extension and invalidating your qualifying laps or picking up penalties in the race is going to be at turn 1, because you don't want to give an inch to that turn. You want to carry as much speed as you possibly can through turn 1, because it really helps your lap, and that's where your lap time I think is really going to be made in this session. Is you want to clip the curb on the entry to turn 1 without taking too much. You don't want to take a big bite of that inside curb, but you really don't want to let your car roll out to the outside curb either, because one, you can light up the rears a bit too aggressively and end up in the wall. I feel like curbs are very aggressive, especially in turns like 2 and 3, the first turn as well, for example, and even the last turn there where we saw DXT Miles.
Kev Libera's made a mistake there. Coming in to the Sachs curves, he's made a mistake, and he got too much speed, led into the gravel, and yeah, he was about 2 seconds up on his time as well, so he was on for a good lap there.
He'll definitely be out once quite soon, no doubt about that. He'll definitely need to be improving that lap, but yeah, like the curbs around Germany are quite vicious in terms of how they attack the driver and how you have to respond to that. I don't think drivers say, I'm going to attack this curb and I'll be fine. You have to think how you're going to tackle that curb before you even get to the turn, because it can so easily just chew you up and spit you out into a wall. That's how aggressive these curbs tend to be. And they're actually really aggressive in comparison to other tracks. Like in Silverstone, the curbs help you around some of the fast turns, but here, no, they don't think about helping you. They'll help you into the wall. That's all they help you with. But it's a matter of nailing it, and I think turn 1 is definitely going to be your make or break point.
Yeah, we've seen a lot in the past weeks where a lot of drivers have picked up penalties from actually cutting that first corner, but it's very important, as you said, to take as much speed, as much momentum as possible to gain enough time. We thought that Clee was not going to be joining the party with you, because I think we've had some issues or something. So, quickly. We're going to firstly go to Buckley, as just happens that Dominic there goes P1 not 11.9. Buckley, a collision, welcome, a collision, make sure you've got the audio included. A collision in Britain meant that you, didn't finish the race, not the best result from you in Germany. You're currently in P3 in qualifying. You must be quite satisfied with that performance so far.
I actually think I did this quick going into this weekend with practice done, so I'm happy with that stuff. I have to deliver my medium to really see how the race goes, but Britain was
definitely. There's a lot of competition, as we know. There's a lot of competition we know in the league, Buckley, but once again, you're in the battle with LRS Mercury. how is that shaping up? Do you think you can put in this season, or do you think it could be a struggle up to the final race in Brazil?
Mercury always seem to be hiding behind somebody if people behind each other every single season. So I would expect us to go all the way to the final race to decide who won the German championship like last season. So,
Yes. Okay, well, thank you, Buckley, and I wish you the best of luck here in Germany. Hamtown 2002, hello, my old teammate for about 4 races last season, hello. Welcome back to the commentary box, make sure your audio is included. Britain was a pretty manic race. What are your expectations coming into Germany, and is it a track that you like?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've got good pace. My personal best that I've managed on the hards is a 12.1. I'm not quite doing that here, but yeah, I've not really pushed it at the moment. I feel like I can go a lot quicker. Just gonna go on the mediums and see what I can do.
Okay. Obviously, it's been a decent season for you, but is it do you think you definitely could have eked more out the car at certain races?
Yeah, perhaps. I don't think we had the best of luck either. But yeah, I mean, I know there's been a few tracks where I've made a few mistakes in quali or whatever. So yeah, perhaps I could have a few more points to my name, but not too disappointed at the moment.
Okay. Well, good luck in. Wait a minute. We've got the track now. Good luck tonight, and we might even see you on the podium. Who knows? Briggsy, Mari goes up in a P2 there, 112.1 in his Ferrari, back after his absence last week. The driver, obviously, but when he races, he should really be up there in the championship power, don't you think?
Definitely, I feel like there's a lot of drivers here that can challenge the front runners in terms of championship points and championship fighting. Like, it's just a matter of whether they actually kind of tap into their reserve, because I feel like drivers have a reserve. Obviously, you can deliver your standard laps, which drivers are doing just now, and then obviously they need to dig a bit deeper to try and improve, and there's always going to be room for improvement, especially in a league where the driving is so competitive and so close together.
We know Will goes P2, sorry.
Talent. Or Will goes P2, but
If he's
like,
made a mistake.
I feel like we can definitely have more challengers at the front fighting for wins, but at the same time, everybody wants to improve, and when the drivers that are at the top of their game improve, it just kind of keeps that gap. So it's a matter of the people that aren't challenging at the front to just keep practicing, keep tweaking setups, keep finding a rhythm until you get the perfect run, and make sure that car's on rails, because I think that's extremely important in the track. And we should see the competitiveness become closer once drivers put more practice and more time and effort into the game and into their own performances. Because I think just a bit more performance, like an extra hour of practice in a day is enough to maybe see you finish 8th instead of 10th, or 4th instead of 5th. Like, things like that. You need a bit of luck on your side too, so it's just a matter of how much luck you've got, whether it be good or bad. So there's a lot of variables you've got to weigh in to demonstrate your actual performance.
Libero goes P1 there on 111.5. He's the only German driver in the league that seems for the crowd. Must be going absolutely wild if this was real life. Absolutely wild in the grandstands for KF Libero. And also, Riggs, you know, KF Libero won the British Grand Prix. The 2 wins out of 2 here for Britain and Germany. Libero.
I mean, I definitely don't see why he can't. Because he's top of the timing sheet. Chuckers went onto the same strategy as him. I feel like drivers will end up throwing themselves on the medium tyres in the final run. But Libero was the only driver that stayed out on mediums when the safety car came out in lap 20 last week in Silverstone. So took a bit of a bold gamble with that. And he had DJ Danny and Gravity behind them as well, which they told me that from last week as well. So with DJ Danny and Gravity sitting back on their soft tyres, Liberal was on the medium tyres, so his tyres had that bit more life in it. So he didn't really see much of we saw Dominic pitting, we saw Eki pitting, we saw Bruno Will pitting. They were the three main protagonists for the win last time out, because they battled lap in, lap out. Safety car came out, completely wiped everything off the board. Liberal took the lead and just kept it for the safety car reaching up to the flag, and he done exceptionally well with that, and we can extend our congratulations to him for that. But that will definitely give him momentum carrying forward into Hockenheim, and with the home advantage as well, I don't see why he can't challenge for the win, or at least a podium. Like, I feel like he is podium material, especially after he's especially coming back at race 1.
Definitely. There's been quite a, well, not a big shift of positions at the front of the field, but currently Dominic is in front of everyone. That's really bad. Sorry, he's topping the timesheet, should I say, sorry. He's in P1 with 2.11.3. Second is Urban Unicorn, decent result from him. Third is KF Libero. Fourth is Hamjam. Fifth third is BRL Bruno Will. He is looking ready to start on a set of hards. Sixth at the moment is Cherka, seventh Carl, eighth Enzo, ninth Jamham, and 10th is Mari. And he's coming on to finish his lap here, and it's P1. Mari goes P1 here in Hockenheim, Rixie. For the first time in STB, he leads the timing sheets, he leads it, and there you go. P1 for him, Rixie. Is Mari going to be on pole position?
This is especially important now that the drivers are starting their final run. So this is where the board's going to be finalised with the 30 seconds left in the session. So you've got 30 seconds to cross the line and start a final flying lap. So we'll see a flurry of drivers coming across the pit straight there as we see Dommy retire. He'll not be improving for 13th. I feel like the main real standouts here is going to be like Bruno Will's not going to improve for 7th, he's in the pit. So Eki is out trying to improve, he's 8th at the moment. Kyle's out there, Jamham's out there sitting 11th at the moment, DJ Danny 12th, Buckley and Gravity 14th and 15th. You've got, it says you had Mercury and Clinical on sauce, but they're both on medium, so the timing boards are telling us lies there. But
this is a poor qualifying, sorry, this is a really poor qualifying for Eki at the moment. He won't improve for his team coming in P9. He's in P9 at the moment. He's crucial for Dominic.
Lap as well, Maldy. He's invalid at the lap as well, it says on the side, but he's got his ERS down to none, so I think he's starting to slow down and back off here, or at least try and manage the ERS for the rest of this lap, but I doubt he's going to improve. You're right there, I'm saying that, Maldy. I don't think we're going to see an improvement through Eki, so he'll be top 10 with a real threat of being put into the back end of the field, especially. That will be detrimental to him purely because he is in the championship running for season 16. Jamham's not improving for 14th. Toxic Fusion's still out on the track. He's 15th.
Dominic goes P1.
Buckley. Dominic goes P1 there. Only 14 thousandths a second faster. 16 thousandths a second faster. My apologies there. But Trump is retired. Mari's retired since Ferrari 2-3.
Only P10 there for Buckley, Rixie.
Buckley gets himself into the top 10, Toxic into the pits, and that is the official qualifying result here at Germany.
We got extra card and two. Look to see it here in Britain. Germany.
Maldi still thinks we're in the UK. But Dominic once again, as he gets absolutely rammed by the Toro Rosso Buckley. Buckley's got a stricken Toro Rosso in the exit of turn 5. But Red Bull 1, Ferrari 2-3. I think that's a strong front of the grid there. Urban Unicorn in 4th in the Haas. But that is our final qualifying result here in Hockenheim.
Quite surprising, Rixie. And unlike last week, we actually saw who qualified where. Pole position is Dominic. Second is BRL Mari. Third is Churka. Fourth is Urban Unicorn. Fifth, Libero. Sixth, his best qualifying to date, Clinical, but he does have a penalty in the race. Seventh is Hamjam 2002. Eighth, DJ Danny. Ninth, Bruno Will. 10th, Buckley. 11th, Eke. 9th and 11th, not good positions for the championship contenders. 12th, F1 Gravity. 13th is Carl. 14th is Enzo. 15th is Jamham. 16th is Fusion in his first race using a wheel. 17th is Dommy. 18th is Mercury and GT in the session. 19th is new driver DXT Miles. So, Riggsy, we're here in Hockenheim. A pretty special track for us too, but will it be a special track in terms of battling? We will find out. So, Riggsy, very interesting grid here in Hockenheim. What are your prediction? Who is going to win the German Grand Prix?
Oh, throwing me under the bus there with that question, Maldy. I'll tell you that now. See, I don't know. I mean, there is a bit in me that's kind of like showing a bit of a compassionate side, and I want to see Libero continue and go 2 for 2, especially since it's his home circuit as well. I really kind of want to see him challenging at the front and giving the front runners a bit of hassle in these this race. But with the way it's set up, the Ferraris, Mari and Churka need to get past Dominic in the run down to turn 1, or at least into the hairpin, or I fear he's just going to run off into the distance. But we've got to keep an eye on Bruno Will, because he is on the alternate strategy as well. So there's a lot of variables here we've got
Riggsy,
to weigh in on and assess.
Definitely. I am going to put it out there, because of this alternate strategy, I'm going for my favourite, the BR Bruno Will to win the German Grand Prix. We get the formation lap starts then here in Germany, and it's a pretty special circuit, isn't it, Riggsy? We've got 2 circuits that offer trees. Germany and next week at Spa-Francorchamps. We're here then, another forest circuit, Riggsy. Formula 1 just love coming to forest circuits in Europe, but we're here. Great qualifying for the Scuderia here in Germany. Mari is back after last week being absent. Third is Churka. Riggsy, what does Churka and Mari need to do to get past Dominic? What do they need to do? It's absolutely crucial.
I think first things first, for the 2 Ferraris, the first thing you do, and you have to, it's Formula 1's rule number 1, you never hit your teammate. Avoid contact with each other, and I feel they'll get a run into the hairpin on the first lap, but if they can keep within the slipstream of the Red Bull in the early laps, then I definitely feel there will be a race long battle on our hands. But we can see Dominic's already flying on the foundation lap, so he's really kind of wanting to get back to the grid. But the Ferrari normally does have a really good launch system in their cars. They've been quite known for that off the grid slots. But whether Mari and Churka can actually utilise that's another thing. So if they can get Dominic into turn 1 and try and play a team game with that, they have to watch, not only do they trip themselves up in the process, but whether they get other drivers like Urban Unicorn, Libero, Hamjam, Clinical, like other drivers in there, because they'll be clipping at the heels in these early laps.
This is going to be an incredible race. Can I just be an incredible race? Hockenheim always offers incredible racing. Not a good qualifying there from Mercury as he pulls up into his grid spot. He starts 18th on the grid here in Germany. But Riggsy, are you ready for Germany?
I'm nailing ready. I was born ready.
Here we go, Riggsy. It's 2 lights, it's 3 lights, it's 4 lights, it's 5 lights for the German Grand Prix. Lights and away they go. Great start there from the Haas Urban Unicorn. That's a Hamilton 2008 start there. I watched that on Sunday, but he can't get the... And there's a spin!
Mari's in the way!
There's a spin! Mari spun out of the Grand Prix. There's contact. Then the Williams has gone off the circuit there. Gravity down in P14 now as they approach turn number 2. Down into here. And it's an absolute calamity there. Absolute scenes there for Mari. He's out of contention here in Germany as they approach now up into the hairpin. It's Dominic Churka, Urban Unicorn. Clinical's had a good start there. Looking for 5th is Libero, 6th is Hamjam. Absolute scenes there at turn 1. Mari binned it there in out of the corner, and Clinical versus Libero now as they come through to the Mercedes grandstand. Now up the inside goes Libero. Their fans go absolutely wild. Turns in there. Aggressive defending there from the Renault, but good, fair racing there from the two. Let's see how Mars is doing in his first race. P14 at the moment, just got past Fusion. That's a decent result from him, but 3 wide, it looked like they're down going into that corner, and Miles then is on the charge. P19.
And if there's one person, if there's one person that's really on a charge at the moment, it's Enzo, already up 6 places on that first lap alone, and he was challenging Bruno well on the outside of the Sachs curve, so he's really looking punchy in this first lap, and that racing point is up to speed in terms of him at the pilot, him at the wheel, and he's already up the inside of Bruno well and run into turn 2 there as well, so he is making some serious moves here so early on. Bruno Will is trying to keep the place, but isn't he enough, especially since there's 2 different tyre compounds on both of the cars there. But Ferrari, we're sitting top of it, Maldi. Never hit your teammate, and what did they do? They hit each other. You don't do that.
Looks like it could be 3 wide going into the hairpin. Bruno Will's coming back at the racing point now. I was about to say Force Indy Echo's going to get involved as well now. Enzo running outside is going to have the better line, the better traction on the racing line there, and Enzo back up in the P7, but Bruno Will's going to try and come back at him and try and keep as many positions as possible, especially as Eke's behind him, but Eke's going on the inside. There's been contact there at the Mercedes hairpin, pushes through, and Eke now is going to get Irishman as he comes down into the next corner now. The inside, Eke's going to give him a groove, and Buckley there side by side. Side by side around the outside. Bruno Will's got up the second. Sebastian Vettel. Bruno Will's got Sebastian Vettel. He smashed it into the wall. Mari's had a spin there in the corner before, and that is commiserations. Mars has had a bit of contact, and a P18 now. Riggs is kicking off the Brazilians here, and that is not good for BRL Bruno Will.
Definitely not, he's already into the pitch lane as well, Maldi. He's on the hard tyres, so he's going to have to at least make a 2-stop this race. So that's really put him in the back foot. He can't go for hards to mediums because he must have sustained a serious amount of damage there and makes the car undrivable, and you need a pristine front wing in all conditions, but especially at Hockenheim as well, because you need to kind of have the downforce for these tight turns in the final sector. That's where you lose the most time
locked up
there as well. But Eke's really starting to build a bit of a train there behind him. He's buckling there, waiting on the wings. DJ Danny's actually the soft tyres, didn't notice that there. So he's on a completely different strategy for the rest of the field. I think he's went down places. He's went down 3 places. So he's really not making this soft tyre strategy work. Mainly because he needs to be in the pits before about lap 8, 9. I think that's the absolute maximum they can do. They don't last too long here. Because the tyre degradation with the soft tyres is a bit excessive and degradable, so he'll be in the pits soon enough, but I think he needs to pit sooner than later because he can take advantage of some clean air. But
it's on yellow
as we see
Clinical's in the wall there. Clinical's on the wall. He needs to be careful. He needs to be careful there as drivers approach him, and that is devastation there for Clinical, as he will pick up a penalty as well from the steward from Britain. And there you go, he's in P15 now, so that's not good.
And
Eke has got the overtake, Bucky's got the overtake turn on Eke, but Eke's going to try to come back at him now with the traction. But Bucky there, up the inside, sweetly like P7 for Bucky. That must make you very happy with it.
Definitely got I do like Buckley, I do like going on. I can get on with him and talk to him perfectly fine, so he made a clean move there and I'm quite proud of him for that. Especially considering that I think he did start holding the field. He did, he was going in 10th at the start, so up 3 places, looking to make some moves work. But I mean, I don't think all is lost here for Eke, because he is on a different strategy and he is still keeping up with the drivers up on the front, like Enzo, Hamjam and Libero. They were all he is still in touching distance of them. So him doing that on the hard tyres, the tyre delta between the medium and the hards is about half a second.
Rig seat, Urban Unicorn then is now going on the attack on Churka. It's going to be a straightforward move for the DRS system here. They come down into turn 5, I think this is. Rig seat, I'm not sure, I think it's turn 5. Or turn 4. The hairpin. But he's got the job done. Up the inside, there you go.
Churka makes the move, Urban Unicorn, apologies, makes the move on the Ferrari into the hairpin. And we're seeing some strong drives here for like Ribeiro in 4th, Hamjam in 5th, Enzo in 6th, and especially go to give a special shout out to Enzo purely because he started 14th and he's up to 6th by lap 5, Maldi. That is an exceptional start for the Racing Point. But
Enzo, when these drivers at the front start, because Urban Unicorn looks faster at the moment than Dominic, when the drivers keep battling, don't rule out Enzo and don't rule out Libero, Ham and Enzo because they're going to be up there. I'm telling you now, Rigsy, because Enzo looks like he's got some decent pace behind Hamjam at the moment.
definitely, and as you were just saying there 2 seconds ago, Maldi, Urban Unicorn just went and slapped in the fastest lap of the race and he's already in the DRS of the Red Bull here, so Dominic had a bit of a strong getaway and he didn't have as much pressure from behind by Churka, but Urban Unicorns decided to change up the script here and give the Red Bull a bit of hassle here as he is in the DRS race now, so Dominic's going to have a hat in the wing mirrors.
Did you see Rigsy, Urban Unicorn's start? That was absolutely incredible.
I think it was, I mean, I'm going to be a bit bold here, but I think at the same time, I say I'm being bold, but at the same time, I don't want to sound like I'm tooting my own horn and saying I'm doing it right, but Urban Unicorn got a really good launch, and it was free wide for a moment into turn 1 on the first lap, and I think that might have startled the Ferraris, and that's why they came together. Like, I think they just kind of got a bit of a fright for the start of the Haas, and they've just closed in together like a bit like a magnetic, two magnets together. I think that's exactly how you can explain and describe that action. And Mary's just drove into the back and tapped his rear right and round he went on the outside of turn 1. And I think it was partly to blame on Urban Unicorn for getting such a good start.
Yeah, that was absolutely crazy scenes in the start. I'm gonna say, I don't know why I'm struggling nowadays, Rigsy, to articulate what I'm saying.
I've been feeling it too. I'm the exact same. I don't know if it's maybe
confusing,
but I'm definitely.
It was a great start. Great start from Urban Unicorn. I was watching. There was a change of position. Dommy then is going to be up the inside of Mercury very soon. But Rigsy, I was watching the rewind of the British Grand Prix 2008, and Urban Unicorn, it looked like he had a pretty, spot-on start with what Lewis Hamilton had in 2008 Britain. So,
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. The conditions between the two races are drastically different, but I mean the setups, the start and launch is the exact same. Just a matter of getting the foot placed definitely on the throttle and hitting the right amount of revs per minute.
Right.
And then it's just a matter of hooking the car up and then shifting into the focus on the light script. And Urban Unicorn, alongside Lewis Hamilton in that race, had exceptional reactions to that.
Here we go. Sorry, Rigsy, to cut you off there. Urban Unicorn around the outside of Dominic. Here we go. This is now the start of where these drivers are going to slow each other down here in Germany. Here we go. This is going to put Churka and Libero on it. Could this be a second victory in a row for Libero here? Here we go then. P2 at the moment for Urban Unicorn, Rigsy. And they did go side by side through that section, but unfortunately Urban Unicorn couldn't get the overtake done. But it looks like it could be well and truly over at the moment for Dominic, because Urban Unicorn is looking pretty quick behind the Red Bull.
I think Dominic's going to really have to make this Red Bull like a red lorry at this point. He's going to have to widen this car as much as he possibly can, because Urban Unicorn definitely looking the quickest driver on the grid at the moment. He is the current fastest lap holder as well, and that really rubber stamps his authority on this race in terms of raw speed. So I think it might just be a matter of time before the Haas gets past the Red Bull, but Dominic has a responsibility and a duty to prevent that. So I'm willing to see how he reacts and how he defends down this straight. And Urban Unicorn is right there as well. DRS flap will be open.
Kirk as well, and Libero.
Parabolic as well. Dominic moves to the right to go defensive, and he'll try and outbrake the Haas on the
inside.
inside.
Outbrake him. Here we go. Dominic, force him off a bit there. Come on.
And Urban Unicorn makes the move from the outside.
Well, Dominic's going to come back at him.
And what Urban Unicorn crucially done on the outside was he turned in that bit earlier, so he had a bit more authority on that hairpin and tightened the gap that Dominic had between the Haas on the outside and the curb on the inside, and that made Dominic have to slap on the brake that bit harder, maybe even had to downshift an extra gear more than he wanted to, but that was really truly detrimental to his exit, and that allowed Urban Unicorn to hook up the traction and lightly caress the throttle on exit and take the lead on the outside. A brilliant move there for the Haas.
Right, here we go, Dominic then. He's going to try and have a good turn one. Obviously, he will have a DRS as well, Rigsy. He will have slipstream as well to help him along. So it's not over yet for the Red Bull, but he needs to do it as quickly as possible because Urban Unicorn is looking quick here in Germany. So you can activate that DRS and get in the slipstream of the Haas driver. You do gain quite a lot in the slipstream around the circuit, but do you? I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. There is plenty of opportunity to pick up.
Here
the
we go.
slipstream
Sorry,
well.
back down the field, Rigsy. Definitely, opportunity for DRS. There's also an opportunity for Mercury in P10 here. He goes up the inside of the Haas driver. Just for 1 point. He's been really struggling this season, Mercury, to pick up some substantial points this season. And he's up in a P10. Sweet as you like. There you go. Good performance there from the Mercedes.
I truly believe nobody can be downhearted about how they're actually how their performances look on a report card, for example, because I feel like again it just kind of comes back to this whole the league is extremely competitive, the speed is exceptional, talent is pure raw and pure excellent. So I feel like the fact that the red is too competitive, so competitive, too competitive even. I don't think drivers should be too downhearted if they don't get points on a regular basis. But it really should aspire them to try and put that training in, put that practice in, refine setups. Even an extra hour a day practice can help your performance. But we're going to see Jamham and Mercury switch places again this race as Jamham goes back up the inside in the hairpin on Mercury and the Mercedes, and we've got Domi there waiting in the wings there as well. So I think they've been battling for the best end of this race for this final point. So I want to kind of keep an eye on what happens with that in the span of this race. I'm kind of looking through the field to see what else is really going to happen at this point. The top twos became a top four. As Chuck and Liberal have been able to kind of climb the ladder and get themselves back into this battle there as well. So we will hopefully see a four-way battle for the rest of the race.
Dominic looks to be close as well, Urban. That slipstream is really helping him here. It could be a good opportunity for him to regain the lead. But also, who's close with the Enzo, as you said. I believe you said it's like 14th or something like that. Currently in P6 now.
Sorry,
slipstream on hand chat. But Urban Unicorn, Urban Unicorns had to yield there to Dominic's pace, and there you go. Up the inside goes Dominic, but Urban Unicorn will be back at him. Enzo's up the inside of the hairpin.
Up to P5. Enzo really stepping. Enzo is really on a charge here at the moment, and again it's only lap 12 or 34, and we'll still get 2/3 of this race left today, but Enzo, just purely on the basis starting 14th, getting a great start, keep his actions clean, and just overtaking, showing us that overtaking is possible, and at any point Enzo is really putting in a real serious he's becoming a serious contender for driver of the day. It's only lap 12. It's only lap 12 or 13 now. It's only lap 13, and he's putting in a driver of the day performance. He's got a full second gap to Liberal, and if he can keep the mediums in a decent enough working state, and these top four start battling, we could see him being here in the front four, and there'll be a front five.
It's all about pit stops as well. You've obviously got to think about what drivers are going to be trying to get that undercut move, that overcut move. What drivers are going to really try and gain time from the pit stops, because to be seen in Britain, that Bruno in Britain, but it didn't really help him with the safety situation, but did help him in the first stint of pit stops. And yeah, so anything can happen in terms of pit stops. But what driver I'm really looking forward to at the moment, Rixie, is Libero. I think Libero has a good chance here.
I think Liberal might need to be brave here and do the I'll do what you don't do action when it comes to these final two turns, because I think we're starting to see some people trying to come in and get an undercut. Dominic's in. I can see Dominic's. Everybody's coming in except Urban Unicorn there, Maldi at the top four. 3 of the top 4 are in for the pit stop, trying to anticipate the undercut. Urban Unicorn.
That could still be pushing Urban Unicorn, because these drivers could potentially get held up in the pit lane. Urban Unicorn won't. So,
and that's
crucial.
And that's another thing as well, Maldi, because Urban Unicorn, as we have known him, when he's in race 1 in positions, in serious contention for race 1s, he often goes for the overcut. As he drifts round the hairpin there, he often goes for an overcut and makes it work. So we really need to see how his in-lap's going to be when he's going to pit. And he's going to be on fresher rubber at the end of this race, which means he's going to have a slight advantage on the drivers round about him. So we're really in the grey area here.
Rixie, for some reason, Dominic has lost. Dominic's losing speed. What's going on here, Dominica, and now he's getting attacked by Fusion, and he's got to be able to take Dunn. Both Alfa Romeos are through.
And Alfa Romeo and Libero there running out the side there as well. Dominic gives him a bit of a squeeze and a bit of a push. Dominic's left the session. He's disconnected. Disaster for the Red Bull.
I could try and get him back in. Let's see. It'll be
right, no worries.
And I'll try and get him back into the session.
We'll try and get Dominic back in, but while Dominic's trying to get back into the session, we've got Urban Unicorn in the pit lane, and he's coming out the pit lane just now, and he's made the overcut work, Maldi. He's made it work. Urban Unicorn went a lot longer and has extended the lead. He's got the Truckers in 8th, Urban Unicorns in 5th, net 1 and 2 there between the two drivers, and in between the two we've got Jamham and Domi who are starting tyres. So Urban Unicorn's got a 2-car, now a 3-car buffer between himself and Churka, who sits in P8, which is effectively P2. And Churka's gone for a move. He's no one to sit here behind this train of cars for too long. He's want to make quick work of the Toro Rosso, which he does up into 7th. But Domi is
going to come back at him. No.
Domi wasn't really giving up too easy there. Churka really needs to get past these cars if he has to try and stop Urban Unicorn from taking the win here, because Urban Unicorn's putting some clean air, and he's got a 7.6 buffer to Kyle, who's 7.6 road yellow flags in sector 2. What's happened there? It seems to be a Ferrari and a Renault, which is Clinical and Mari. Don't know if they've came together. Jamham's in the pits there as well, Maldi. So Churka's got one less car to pass, and it's Mercury who's on the harder tyre. He's on the alternate strategy here, sitting 4th at the moment, and Urban Unicorn's pulling away for the Mercedes. And Churka's got a 2-second gap to try and close down, and I think that's going to be a mountain too high to climb, because Urban Unicorn definitely has emphasised his authority and his race speed here at Hockenheim.
Definitely. Kyle then. Kyle and Eke, both on a set of hards. Started on a set of hards, Rixie, and now they're at the front of the field, which could be absolutely crucial for their chances of getting a good result. And it's crucial also for Eke to get a good result here, because now Dominic's outside of the points. His Clinical has retired from the German Grand Prix. I can't say the Russian Grand Prix. Yeah, the German Grand Prix is out, Clinical is out, and it looks like his penalty will be taken now to Belgium next week.
He'll be having a penalty for another week over his shoulder there, so but yeah, disaster there for the Renault driver there. He just retired in the pit lane. Looking through the field to see what's happened. That's Mari been lapped after starting on in front position there. He's got lapped by Eke and Kyle at the front. Did Dominic get back into the game? Because that's him. He's sitting 11th at the moment behind him.
Yeah, he's back in.
2 lap fresher rubber. Ham Jams get past as well. So Dominic's really lost a fair few places here, and he's lost a lot of tracks.
Is Enzo in a net podium position?
1, 2, 3. He's in a net fifth. Net fifth at the moment. And then we've got to anticipate
Net fifth?
Eke,
Oh,
Kyle,
yes, because
Mercury.
Libera's pitted. Yeah, that makes
and
sense.
we've got drivers. We've got drivers that are already on they're still on their starting hard tyre, having to make the shift from their hards to fresh mediums. Fresh mediums in a lighter car, they're going to be exceptionally quick at the end as well. So they're going to hopefully throw a cat amongst the pigeons as well. So this race at the half distance is literally all but over at this point.
Definitely. Rizzy, so, sorry, will these drivers be going then that are on the hard then going on a set of softs? Would I be right in thinking that could be possible?
I feel like the durability of the hard tyres can potentially have that alternate scenario, but I don't think it's a favourable one. I think drivers will be looking to pit around lap 21, 22 for a set of medium tyres to get them to the end of the race. Because soft tyres, as I was saying earlier, we've seen DJ Danny pitted on lap 5. So these soft tyres really don't have much life in them. As we've seen Liberal get past Mercury there down into the air pit. Soft tyres don't have much life here, so I don't see that as being a serious alternative.
Enzo, sorry, Enzo's got the overtaking on Fusion. Enzo's got the overtaking on Fusion. And so is Dominic. Fusion's lost a lot of positions here. Apparently he's done a lot of practice around this circuit, but looks like he's not done enough because he's struggling at the moment down in P11.
It might just be down to a pure momentum thing, just down to how they feel for the circuit. Toxic Fusion putting in the excess of amount of hours there. Mari goes fastest lap there on the bottom of your screens there at the moment, but Toxic Fusion just not getting any real significant grip or stronghold on this race as we see.
I think Mari's going to lose the session. He's paused at the moment. Oh no, I think he's letting Eke through.
Letting the McLaren through there. Maybe, we've seen Kyle coming into pit there as well, so we've seen my pit window just completely thrown out the window there by the racing point there. He's come out of the pits for a set of mediums on lap 18. Eke will probably follow suit this lap, or at least lap 20, as he's going to try and cover the undercut of Kyle. But Kyle in 11th, it was out in 10, 12, already up to 11th, so he's going to have a fair few amount of cars in front of him, so he's got a real opportunity to take a strong point. Him and Enzo, a strong performance for Racing Point might just be the team at this point in the season. But we're looking through the field at the moment. Eke does come in to cover that undercut for the Racing Point, and he comes into the pits onto a set of mediums, and Urban Unicorn will re-inherit the lead that he had. And Mari's retired in the pit lane. The pit lane it was just, he had a really strong performance in qualifying. Ferrari 2-3, and they just broke the first rule of Formula 1, Maldi. You just don't hit your team, you just don't hit it. Like, it's faster for yourself, it's faster for the fans that come, and especially with a team like Ferrari with the strongest and biggest fan base, you don't want to be upsetting them. Like, so hopefully Mari can reflect on what he's done this race and his performance in qualifying, try and pick up the pieces and rebuild it coming into Spa in a week's time. We will be at Spa on the 11th of May, 7 PM BST British Standard Time. We'd love to have you along with us once again, with myself and Maldi.
Close battles going on here. Ham Jam and Dominic's going to have the momentum there, coming through this corner now onto the curb, and here we go then. On for number 6 now. Number 6, P6 here in Germany, he's battling for. But yeah, Enzo would say.
Maldi! And sorry, just to kind of cut across you there, Maldi, on a complete side note here, I've actually got the quick stream up on my phone as well, and we've actually got some chat action here. We've got Rowan Brown and Longwood in Yagal. I've completely butchered that. putting their support behind the newcomer Miles. Miles really hasn't had too much of a race to shout about, but as his first race, and he will be looking to build on his performances as his tenure with the league passes. So we've got a wee fan club there for DXT Miles starting to form in our Twitch chat.
Well, it's good to see that he's got the support, but yeah, DJ Danny has told me that Miles has got good potential in terms of being a driver, so yeah, it'd be good to see what he can get up to here in the STB Racing League here in season 16. Enzo then, currently in P number 4, Rigsy. I don't know whether that is I think he still has to pit, doesn't he?
No, that's his merit. That's him on merit.
He's in a legit P4 after starting 14th, Rigsy. That's mad.
Germany must be a circuit that suits his style, because he's definitely making it work the now. He has a train behind him, and he has got a challenge to try and close the 6-second gap to Libero, but he has done
talking of Libero,
a stellar job.
Sorry, talking of Libero, he's looking pretty quick. He's looking pretty quick. I'm not gonna lie. Libero's looking pretty quick.
And he's definitely closing this gap between himself and Chuka as well.
Sorry, look at the train forming behind Enzo at the moment. This is incredible. Forget Belgium safety car, we just get Enzo to hold him up.
Exactly.
This is incredible. And Eke, here we go, onto his championship container up the inside. That's dangerous.
Oh, and that's tight. On his free wide. And Kyle running the outside of the pair of them.
Cole now around the outside, he's going to have to line with the traction. So, boys, this is incredible racing here between Cole, Dominic and Eke. Eke around the outside, then Eke can have the momentum on the inside. Punch Dominic wide there, up the inside, so easy like. Up in a P7 goes Eke. That is incredible battling right here. Buckley's going to get involved as well now. So Buckley on the same compound as Dominic. Eke on a faster compound, let's see, and he's going to get involved now in this battle. Enzo, we can give him some leeway there. And Libero, Churkat, and Churkat is ever so slightly catching Urban Unicorn. So don't rule out Churkat or Libero for the victory here in Germany.
On Buckley spun Maldi! He's spun into that train!
Buckley's out of the German Grand Prix. He's, sorry for my language, but he's fucked it again in STB. He won't like that watching it back.
Definitely no, we just caught the tail end there on the back of that train. We just seen the Toro Rosso taking too much of that exit curb, and it's the same thing. It's what we were talking about in qualifying. These curbs are very dangerous and very unforgiving, so it's a matter of how you think about taking these curbs, and he must have just put a bit too much throttle on that exit, and when it went, pirouetted into the wall. Well, I think he just avoided the wall, but he was facing the wall. That's all he had a good view. The only view he had was to that side wall on the right hand side of the track, but Buckley definitely losing out there after a spin at turn 1.
I'm a bit sad, I would say.
Definitely not the race he would have wanted.
Bruno Wills in 16.
It's definitely not been a race for Bruno Will to be barking about either. He I don't really think what happened to him. He ended up in the Sachs. He ended up in the gravel trap in the Sachs Cup, and then he ended up picking up some damage just before that as well. So he's really not had a great race. He was on the alternate strategy as well when Maldi had heavily tipped him for a podium, maybe even the win. I'm not, my memory doesn't serve me well 100% there, but Bruno Wills definitely not had his greatest race here on Hockenheim, and he will be looking to try and build on that when we come to Spa next time.
Oh, hey up, Cole's getting involved now. Here we go, Cole and Amsterdam as they approach the Mercedes-Benz grandstand here. Round the outside goes the racing point. That would have been the next one out there. Miles currently in a battle with the left-hand duality at the moment, at the back end of the P16 and P70. So that's a good little battle there for the back of the field. And Kyle getting very feisty, Rigsy, here in Germany. Great race, as you said, for the Racing Point team.
Definitely, I'm starting to feel like if Kyle can get past Hamjam in this lap, I feel the team might they might start to play a bit of the team game, let Kyle go ahead of Enzo and try and close that gap down to Libero. Enzo's not really eating into it too much, all that fresher tyres, so they might maybe give Kyle a chance and try and closing that gap down. They've got 9 laps left to do it, and anything is possible in Formula 1, and normally something happens, and Buckley is in the pits and he's retired after his spin, so he's definitely just deciding it's not been a race he wants to continue after that. But while we see Buckley retiring coming back up the track, Eke's got up the inside of Ham Jam, which will be on the outside.
And car's gone
stand
deep,
there.
car's gone deep there, Eke ran the outside, here we go, Eke 20 points over Dominic races. This is absolutely crucial, because Dominic at the moment, if I pull up the championship standings, Rigsy, but before I do that, what else is happening is a yellow flag. That's been cleared now.
The yellow flag was for Buckley. Buckley's retired car back up the circuit.
So at the moment, Eke is 19 points behind Dominic at the moment, and Bruno Will, unfortunately, if I get the maths right, is 23 points behind Dominic. And at the moment, Bruno Will is only in P13. So Bruno Will's this race has definitely been written off there for Bruno Will. But what has not been written off is Eke.
And the racing points are switching places here, Maldy at the hairpin. Kyle up the inside at Enzo at the hairpin, so just to cut over you there.
Enzo's going to be absolutely fuming.
Enzo didn't put up too much of a fight there, but now he's got the job to defend his teammate for Eke, who's also on that alternate strategy, and Eke definitely looking punchy with the fresher medium tyres on, so Enzo is going to be hands full and that McLaren behind, and we've got Dominic there as well. Dominic's starting to kind of lose touch with this three-way battle for 4th place, but Ham Jam in close company there before the 10-second gap to Mercury, Jam, Ham and Domi. This wee battle for the final points positions starting to heat up once again here in Hockenheim. As we see the 3 different teams and the 3 different drivers gone for the final 2 points. Yellow flag, and that's Toxic out. Fusion into the gravel.
Fusion! It's been a race to forget, and there you go. He has retired from the German Grand Prix. He's out of contention. 15 drivers remain in the German Grand Prix. Yellow flag in sector 3. And that is commiserations there for Fusion.
And we've got Eke up the inside of the McLaren, the Enzo at the racing point at the hairpin, and McLaren in between a racing point sandwich at this point. Eke up into 5th. Kyle in the racing point in front, racing Enzo behind. Enzo's still had a really strong race considering that he's on a different.
Dominic's got the overtake done on Jam. Ham is up in the P10.
Domi up into that final points paying position. Mercury's starting to kind of get away. He's out of DRS range, he's starting to pull away from this battle. And the battle between Mercury, Domi and Jamham's just starting to become a battle between Domi and Jamham for this final.
Danny and Gravity straight. That's not going to do very good in the post-race party. The 2 drivers, Rigsy, that got a very surprise podium last time out in Britain from the safety car, P14 and P15 at the moment. And there you go, they'll definitely be wanting to go to Belgium.
Definitely need to sit themselves down.
Libero then, Rigsy, sorry I keep cutting you off, but Libero then.
Libero's got up the inside there,
DRS, there you go, sweet as you like. Next up is Urban Unicorn, sector 3, yellow flag. Danny has spun.
And gets back to Ross for the pair.
Now Danny's got no grip.
On his way
again. He's spun again.
It's the tyres, they'll probably have been overheating after being aggressively using that throttle trying to get back onto the circuit. So the tyres will be overheating as he's not got any rear end grip at all in that Red Bull whatsoever now. They both of them into the tyre from this race here at Hockenheim. Urban Unicorn is coming in the 2 sod curves to start lap 29 of 34. And Libero up into 2nd, which will probably get an arousing cheer for the fans here in the main grandstands in Hockenheim.
Wow, that went.
the penalty, maybe kind of you just hear the fans going, oh, and then like there's a complete change of mood, like the clicker thinger. But he will definitely have a penalty weighing on his shoulder there. I don't know if
Eke then slipstream on Kyle, Richie. Slipstream on Kyle. He's
one run the outside, but he's got the move already done. And Dominic's gone for a late lunge up the inside of the racing point at the hairpin. Does he make it stick? Enzo run the outside. Dominic up the inside. Racing point side by side, side by side.
Right off. Enzo's gonna. Oh, I feel for him.
Dominic late on the brakes, up the inside, a late lunge. Dominic was a do-or-die move there on lap 29 of 34. He's easily could have went so terribly wrong there for the Red Bull driver under braking there, could have took way for them out, but Enzo respected the move, gave him the space, and was opting to get better traction on the outside, which they did side by side for a great deal, and Dominic just got a slightly better run off that final turn, and he's up into P6. And racing points still 5-7. Enzo's still up 7 places from where he started, so it's been a really strong race here for the two racing points. So they can be truly proud of how they've performed here in Hockenheim. But Eke and Kyle on the medium tires really starting to eat into this gap between the two podium places. The podium places here.
Chuck up the inside of Liberal there.
And Churka and Liberal battling for P2 here. Churka's got an edge on the inside, but if Liberal can keep the momentum, he'll have the inside to turn 8, which he does not. He chooses to tuck behind the Ferrari there, and Churka makes the move on the Alfa Romeo. This battle for second place is really starting to heat up. But what is going to make this more interesting is if the McLaren, the Eke, can continue to keep this gap between the podium and 4th place. Battle for the podium.
I think, Rixie, what we need is a safety car. I think that's what we need. I think we need a safety car again.
I mean, the game. I mean, I would like to see a safety car just to kind of throw everybody together for a final 2-lap bonanza, but. You'd have to find a reason for it to come out in the first place, and I don't think any of these drivers are willing to take one for the team. But I mean, other than we've not actually even had any safety car periods in this race either. It's been a very clean race with all the drivers. I mean, also besides a few pieces of carbon fibre flying off the couple of cars at a couple of turns, we've seen some exceptional wheel-to-wheel racing here in Germany. What else is really in the cards here? Kale is still Liberal's keeping likewise to this battle for position between Jamham and Donald. So we've got a few battles here in these final 3 laps. And someone's got the fuel light on there, that's Jamham right on the optimum there, which we can see on a telemetry in the bottom right of the screen of yours. If you're wondering why I'm identifying that particular issue for the Mercedes driver, he is quite low on fuel, so we'll have to do some fuel conservation in these final laps. But I'm looking at Urban Unicorn, 4.4 second gap. He's had a very stellar drive here, starting from 4th on the grid. On the inside, on the dirtier side of the track, was able to get a clean launch on the dirty side of the track, was able to start with the 2 Ferraris, gone free wide into turn 1 before quickly backing out of it, and that led to Maris hitting the back of his teammate and pirouetting off the turn 1, so second time penalty, which will be crucial because that will put him out of the points if Domi and Jamham can keep that gap beneath 3 seconds. So that'll be interesting to watch there as well. And Urban Unicorn, back to him there as well, is just continuing to build on this gap. Went for the Churka and Liberal and Dominic at the time went for the undercut. Pulled up within each other's pit work and pit action, and that's where they've lost some time. Urban Unicorn went for the overcut, pitted a lap later, and had a 2-car buffer between himself and Churka after the pit win, and he's just continued to extend this gap marginally since. And there's a crash, Maldi. Sorry, just to kind of Coach
Bruno!
Dave, you're only talking. And that's Bruno Will and Jam Ham, and I don't know what's happened
Bruno
there.
Will has crashed, and he has retired from the German Grand Prix. My favourite driver has crashed out. Sorry, Bruno Will has crashed. No.
There's just that. But it's just not been his race, Maldy. It's just I mean, it's when it rains it pours. It's just as soon as he locked in, it's never locked up at any point since, and it's just been a disaster for the Red driver. It's championship after this race, as we see Gravity picking up a penalty for multiple flags there as well. So and Libero's picking up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Eke's up into the podium. We've saw something. Libero has front wing damage. Maldy, we've completely missed it. Maldy.
Oh,
Libero. We've completely missed it. We've been caught up in the melee.
Favourite driver Rigsy now. Sorry, Libero. You've got to be joking.
It's I don't even know. Don't even know what to say at this point, because we can only apologise to him for not catching it on camera or having any real idea. I just looked at the leaderboard and I saw Eke and Kyle in 3rd and 4th, and I'm like, right here, we're missing somebody. And I seen Libero in 8th, and I'm like, right, what's happened here? And I jumped onto him, and it gave me the most perfect image. He's front wing, and it is completely destroyed.
You are joking.
It's just
my two favourite drivers have crashed out of the German Grand Prix. I'm fuming, Rigsy. Sorry, Bruno Will and Libero. That's just got me fuming.
We can deflect the disappointment in the we can deflect the disappointment in Bruno Will and Libero, but while we see some drivers retire, we see Urban Unicorn taking the checkered flag here after a stellar drive in the Haas here in Hockenheim. Chuck will cross the line for P2, and Eke just misses it in P2 there, but does complete the podium. McLaren podium there for Eke. He started 11th on the alternate strategy, was able to get himself up into the podium there. Kyle in 4th. Dominic, after starting in pole position, finishes in 5th place. Enzo 14th to 6th. He can hold his heat high and be proud of that driver. Very good performance there for the Racing Point. Hamjam, another strong drive there. 7th place will be the best for the Mercedes driver. Libero, after running in the podium places at his home circuit for so long, picks up some damage, ends up finishing 8th here in Hockenheim. Strong drive still, nonetheless, but it's definitely something he can pick up.
I was rooting for him, you know.
Forward to Spa. In Libero 8th, Mercury 9th, and Dommy rounds out the top 10, and the newcomer DXT Miles, he's growing fan base in the Twitch chat, just misses out on the points here, but it's been a very strong showing for him and the sister McLaren at Hockenheim in his first race in STB.
It's been, Rigsy, a pretty special outing for the drivers tonight. Great battles across the whole field, collisions, action, everything what you want in Germany. And if we've had the races that we've had last week in Britain, this week in Germany, Rigsy, I don't even know what the next 2 races are going to hold. Spa-Francorchamps and Autodromo Nazionale di Monza. Let's just clarify that for a moment, Rigsy. We've got Belgium and Italy the next 2 weeks. That is incredible. Anyway, Rigsy, what a race here in Germany. First was Urban Unicorn, 2nd was Churka, 3rd Eke, 4th was Kyle, 5th, after his connection issues, is Dominic. Good comeback from him. 6th, I think we can pretty much say, Rigsy, that he's the driver of the day. 6th is Enzo, starting 14th on the grid. 7th is Hamjam. 8th is Libero. 9th is LRS Mercury. 10th is Dommy. And then 11th is Miles. 12th in his first race. 12th is Hamjam. Gravity, Danny. 14th. Your non-finishers, Bruno Will, Fusion, Buckley, Mari, and Clinical. Rigsy, another incredible race in the STB Season 16 Championship. And we're gonna, I believe, only interview one driver tonight because I think Churka doesn't have a mic, and I think Eke doesn't have a mic. Well, Eke at the top 3. I'm not sure. Churka and Urban Unicorn, could you clarify if you have a mic or not while we interview Eke? So, Churka. Okay, thank you. Eke then, P3, I believe, Rixie was.
Yep.
Eke, P3?
Eke.
P3. Okay,
11 for the
Rixie, you can
podium.
interview Churka after me, and I'll interview Eke. So, Eke, you not a very good qualifying. What went wrong in qualifying this evening?
I just couldn't put a lap together. I just don't like this track really.
Okay, well, you must still be very happy with your podium.
Yeah, I got really lucky with the podium. It's just liver spinning and Dominic disconnecting or having issues with the game. So yeah,
What,
I wouldn't really been on the
happened?
podium.
With Libero, because we only saw the point where he had no down the field. We didn't see the actual.
I think he just won turn 1. I just saw him in the wall.
Oh, okay, turn 1. Okay. Obviously, we've got next up. We've got Brown Pants, Eau Rouge, Belgium, and Temple of Speed, Monza. What are your expectations ahead of the next 2 races? Because you've got some very important points tonight over your rivals, Dominic and especially Bruno Will.
I think it's just going race by race, seeing what happens really. You never know what will happen as tonight and last race kind of showed.
Okay. Thank you. And, congratulations on P3. A great drive on the alternate strategy. Rick, we're going to go over to you and let's see what Churka has to say about the German Grand Prix.
Churka, are we here?
Yeah.
Churka, strong qualifying, strong race. Do you just want to talk us through how your race went from your perspective?
My race pace wasn't good, so I guess I couldn't overtake Unicorn, so I'm happy I'm P2, so yeah.
We were sitting in the we were in qualifying, and we saw that you had qualified second, and your teammate was third, and the 2 Ferraris at the start just got too close together. And I don't know if you felt him touching your back tyre. Were you really expecting a bit more from the Ferrari as a team from this race?
I would be happy if the Ferrari could earn a P3 and a P2. But I don't know, at the turn 1 my teammate was spun, but I don't know, I didn't hit him, so yeah.
We can always build on that come to next week in Spa, but solid 18 points in the bag for yourself and for the team. So how do you carry this momentum through to Spa in a week's time?
I love Spa, so I expect a strong race, and I will be pushed.
And you were in that second stint. You were kind of locked in battle with Liberal for most of that second stint before we heard that he'd spun. We didn't see it on camera. We were focused on another battle in the midfield, but from our understanding that he had spun. So you want to just talk us through your battle that you had with Liberal for most of that second stint?
I guess he pushed really hard, and at turn 2 or turn 3 he spun, but I was lucky because he had no time penalty, so yeah.
But no worries, Churka. We want to just extend our congratulations. Well done on the second place and the solid points for the team.
Thanks.
Maldi.
Thank you, Rigsy. Unfortunately, Urban Unicorn doesn't have a mic, so he can't be interviewed. But congratulations to him for the victory here in Germany. Very well deserved. He had some great pace here today. Joining me in the comment box. Well done to all drivers that competed tonight, all drivers that finished, all drivers that scored points, and of course to Urban Unicorn for a very good race here in Germany. Some good points for Eke and a great showing for Churka. Thank you once again. We go next week to another one of my favourite tracks. Don't know about Rigsy, but well, if you look at turn 2 and 3, but that's not the point. The point is next week we go to the Belgian Grand Prix at the Circuit Spa-Francorchamps, where we will have 22 laps of some incredible racing. Belgium is an incredible circuit, so we hope to see you guys next week for the Belgian Grand Prix. And until next week, we will see you then. Goodbye, and we'll see you next week for the Belgian Grand Prix.